So a few days ago, I noticed some of my grain barrels were getting wet. I'm not sure how. These are 62-gallon pickle barrels with screw-on lids here, and I just happened to walk by one that was open, and it looked a little bit wet and on the verge of getting moldy. I'm not sure how that happened, so I opened up all the rest of them here, and they were all very wet, slightly moldy on the top. Let's see here. In there you can see it's got that's definitely moldy. There's a little green and a little white on there. Not good at all. And very, very wet. I don't know exactly how this was put in high moisture, I guess. Wasn't breathed out enough.
There's a hen!
Yes, I know. There's two chickens still out. See?
We'll catch it tonight?
Yes, we'll catch those chickens tonight. We got two chickens out.
After me, and you can find one.
So I've got these 5 grain barrels here that I've got to try and salvage as much as I can, because that's a ton of grain, and grain ain't cheap. Get your shovel, your long shovel, and Dia, get my hoe.
Yikes, that was scary.
Okay.
I put it close to that wood.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dump all this stuff out and try to dry it out as much as I can, and at least get a look at it and see if anything is worth salvaging. My regular hoe, not that one.
On the trailer?
It might be on the trailer. I think it is. All right, I want to show you this here. So I'm seeing a lot of this. Looks pretty clear, really. It's got some white crud on it, but it's not mold. It's definitely not a mold. I think that's more of a yeast. I'm seeing a lot of, this is the warm stuff, this kind of black sticky that looks like it's got molasses in it. And then some of it is definite mold here. That's the top few inches had that mold, and there's some creepy crawlies in there. See that? Some grubs in there. So we're going to dump this stuff out on some tarps here and just clear it out and see what we can find. Okay.
It's shorter than you can not reach as far. That's okay. We switched, Daddy.
Now, Esther, here's the problem. It's supposed to rain maybe tonight or tomorrow. So I gotta try and dry out what I can, then cover it up quick. I don't have a whole lot of time.
That one didn't have a lot, Daddy.
No, that one did.
Why?
This one's very full, and the next two are very full.
It's good you got your big giant tarp, right?
It's very, very hot. And there's some bugs in it.
Ew, what kind?
Maggots. Fly larvae. See them wiggling?
Here you go, Daddy. You get this one.
So it looks like maybe the top foot or so of that barrel is not good.
Whoa, look at this one, Daddy. This is almost all good. This one
Okay, but now that looks like it's clean enough. If this stuff is kind of bad, we can't give it to the sows because it can cause them to have problems with their babies. But the boar can eat the bad corn as long as I give them a lot of good stuff with it.
that corn's You better keep it that good corn in his own
This is
spot.
good on this barrel. This stuff was only bad in the top.
Put that fire, burn it.
Now, already I can see, and I bet you can too, there's a difference in color in these piles. That one is perfect. This one is very white, very yeasty, and a little bit of mold. This one is more of a darker, this one's got more bugs in it too, more of a darker bacterial rot, but it doesn't smell foul. So thank goodness it was had that lid on it, it was more of a fermentation instead of a true-on rot. So I think these 2 piles are good. This one I'll double check after I dry it and see. But I got 2 barrels to go here.
So this corn is kind of orangish, whitish, kind of, but it kind of is rotting. Look at this piece. It's the worst piece. It's,
Come on.
It's just...
Faster, turn it. Okay. That's a steep embankment. Stand up.
That one was a good one, Daddy.
This one looks like it'll be good enough. We got 1 more barrel. The last one's heavier though. So that's a almost pristine-ish barrel right there. This one, there's 2 piles there that look decent enough. There's kind of over here another pile that was a little more yeasty and maybe a little more moldy. And apparently I dumped out a little chicken feed too. So, whoops. About 6 inches deep so it dries. So that's the plan here. This is a lot of corn. I mean, we did buy about 9 months worth from Mr. Vanderhonen down the road. And this is just the tail end of it.
Dad, why come to my house?
Over here I can clearly see that's the good corn. The worst corn I kind of pulled off to this side more behind me. Stop throwing corn, please. So I separated it a little bit, but honestly, I just got to get this stuff out here and dry. If nothing else, I'm going to feed this to my chickens and my boar, and not to my sow, because moldy feed, sows are, especially pregnant sows like ours, they're known to have complications from moldy feed. So. Esther, can you smell what this corn smells like? It smells a little bit sweet, which is a good sign. If it smelled really nasty and stinky, that would be more of a problem. This pile here looks like it might be functional enough. It was definitely more of a bacterial breakdown, but it still has that kind of sweet, almost sugary smell to it. So, tell you what, we're going to have raccoons tonight. That is for sure. At least this stuff was so hot that it's drying out fairly quickly so far. But it's also supposed to rain sometime tonight, so I'll have to cover it with a tarp. What do you think, girls? You think this corn's going to work out?
Yeah.
I sure hope so. It looks so much more promising after I got it kind of calmed down and cleaned up a little. Now I'm pretty hopeful that this corn's going to end up working out. I sure hope it is going to, because it's a lot of feed. And honestly, I don't have a spare cash right now to replace it all. So if we do have to toss it, I'll get creative and figure something out. That being said, don't forget to check out the Facebook page. I got to get to the rest of my chores, so I'll catch you later. Bye now.